Curiosity, why, how, where? These are questions we ask ourselves nearly every day. New technology is allowing us to search deeper and longer than ever before in our pursuit of the answers to these questions. We have a desperate need to know what lies beyond our known existence. I'm Alan, the team leader. This is Jesse, our lead investigator. Join us as we seek answers and explore the Fathom frontiers. Our last time out, we had our introduction to Salt Fork State Park in eastern Ohio. We were unable to locate their local Sasquatch, the Ohio Grassman. We learned a lot from that experience and were able to improve on some of our investigation techniques. Now that we kind of know where things are, we thought we would come back and get serious. We mapped out the areas we wanted to investigate and plotted all of our routes. Loaded down with gear, we headed to the first location. The first plan is to follow this ravine down to where it meets up with the lake. I'll climb down in there and Jesse will follow on the right-hand side ridge, keeping a lookout from above. It will be a tough hike, but hopefully we can surprise the Grassman and get a glimpse of him. I found a good spot and started my descent. The climb down wasn't too bad. I just had to watch my footing. With all the wet leaves and mud, there wasn't many good places to step. As I got close to the bottom, I started to think if I ran into any animals down here, I hope they didn't charge at me. There was nowhere to run down here. I was cornered. I was thinking some of these rock overhangs would be large enough to provide a Sasquatch shelter, but none of them were. I continued on down the ravine, Jesse keeping a close watch from above. I didn't want any surprises down here, so he was always looking ahead for trouble. I was hoping to find Bigfoot prints down here, but a storm moved through last night, dumping lots of rain. That washed away any hope of finding a footprint. I continued down the ravine, making my way to the lake. It's been nearly 2 hours since we left the car back in the parking area, and I finally made it to the lake. I believe this is a perfect place for the Grassman to use this water source. Meanwhile, back on the ridge.
So, I was just talking to Al. He just made it to the lake going down through the ravine, so I have to get out my compass. But, he's at the edge of the lake, and I'm behind him. So he is in that general vicinity down this hill, if you will, down into the ravine. Hey.
With both Jesse and myself safely on the coastline, we began our search for evidence of the Grassman. There were many animal tracks, but none from a Bigfoot. This was definitely a good area to support a Sasquatch, with the water source and wild berries growing everywhere. We couldn't pass up this great location. It was a perfect area to set up one of our trail cams. With the trail cam in place, it was time to try one of our new Sasquatch pheromone chips as bait. So here's our plan. We got our trail cam set up over there, and we're going to bait this pheromone chip over there. Now this is something special formula that may or may not attract a Sasquatch. So let's see what happens. I placed the bait high enough in the tree that normal wildlife such as deer and coyote would not be able to get to it. With our first trail cam set, we headed to another area that we felt would be good to set up the last trail camera. There was evidence of the Grassman here with several stick structures built around many of the trees. We found a spot nearby that would give us good coverage over the whole area, and I set up the second trail cam. We baited this camera trap with our special Sasquatch pheromones as well. The smell of the pheromone chip was strong and could be smelled across the whole area. With it getting late, we decided to lure the Grassman with our dinner.
One of the stories is that in this particular area, Grassman or Sasquatch is curious and will actually come up to the edge of the woods to check out what's going on.
We cooked our bratwurst and ate our dinner, hoping the Grassman was watching. With the sun setting fast, we would soon find out if our plan lures this beast out into the open where we can get a look at it.
Did you hear that? Well, if it wasn't a car or a boat or something, it was a definite growl. Absolutely.
Though we never saw the Grassman, he was there. We headed back to camp for the night. Our close encounter with the Ohio Grassman has left us hopeful for tomorrow. For now, we rest.